Okay, so there's 3 trees in front of me here. We got a grandma ghost. Look at that beauty. One of the smaller ghosts, grandma ghost. We've got a giant moon here, which doesn't look that great right now, but that's beside the point. We don't need that for this. And sumagaki, which is still just starting to leaf out here. Just hasn't even leafed out. It's just kind of the buds are swollen. So what we're going to look at here is this little bit here on your tree. So now the topic of grafting is much too long to discuss that right now, but suffice it to say, if you don't already know, this little bit here was a cutting that was basically surgically spliced onto this piece here, your rootstock. Eventually that healed up. This is a scar, this brown piece. And what's left is you've got this little stump here, which was the original continuation of the rootstock, right? And so what happens is this is scar tissue. The other side, you can see some brown here, some more scar tissue in here. And so that's going to try and cover this up. And so what we can do here is, it's optional, but what we can do to sort of speed that process up is nip this whole bit off. And we're going to look at that in a second. So this one here is kind of in the middle of the process here. So the brown on either side is the scarring. This yellow is just a kind of a sealant that's used in the grafting process. Anyway, so the brown here is the scarring, and it's coming closer and closer. It's folding over this old bit, and this was, of course, the stump. That was the original part of this. And so it's trying to close that up right now. And now our third example is over here. Now this is almost completely closed. The gray in the middle is the stump, and you can see it's surrounded by this brown with the scarring. And so you can follow the brown down, and this was the edge of this cutting right here. This was the cutting. This was the rootstock. It was attached to this piece. It scarred up, it healed and scarred. And so the stump was right here. It was cut off, and now it's scarring up, and it's trying to completely close that. And so what we're going to do is we're basically going to come in here, and we are going to facilitate the scar action, help it heal over a little smoother without this stump in the way. So I'm going to fix it up just a little bit. But so now the tree will be able to sort of scar over that more readily once I tidy that up just a little bit, versus leaving a bit more of a pronounced stump. Now, again, you don't have to do this, but it'll certainly make for a smoother scarred area. And the biggest thing I'm going to say is 2 things. One is, so I'm using a set of Bonsai concave pruners here. You don't have to use these. You can use any pruners, but what I would say is use pruners that are good for the size of the wood you're cutting. Now that, of course, is a rule for any plant, but if this is 1/2 inch, make sure that your tool can cut 1/2 inch. Otherwise, when you go to cut this, you're going to end up splitting the wood and turning it into a big mess, which could lead to disease or insect infestation. So very important that your tool matches or is capable of cutting the size of that stump that you're cutting off there. And the other thing, of course, is clean tools always with your Japanese maples. So use isopropyl alcohol to clean your tools in between trees. Okay, so that's kind of an optional thing you can do. You don't have to do that, but certainly when you clean that up, it's going to facilitate that scar tissue healing over and creating a bit more of a smooth scar versus a bit more abrupt and more of a bulbous sort of scar on there. So anyways, guys, simplyjapanesemaples.ca is where you find us and our trees. Lots of amazing trees out here in our greenhouses. And if you have any questions, give us a shout. And until next time.